Hi there, Alan for the Historical Aviation Film Unit here again. A couple of weekends ago we had the opportunity to go and do a little bit of flying and filming with the Vintage Aviator collection in Masterton, New Zealand. Now some of you are aware that the collection is probably the single biggest collection of airworthy World War I aircraft anywhere in the world at the moment. It's definitely a premier collection. Now they've got two Fokker D.VIII aircraft as part of the collection. Some of you will be familiar with the Fokker Triplane, the DR1 Triplane. That's probably, well, the most iconic aircraft from the First World War, mainly because that was the aircraft in which the Red Baron, Manfred von Richthofen, was killed in April 1918. And he was the highest scoring German ace of the war, very famous, and the last type that he flew was the Fokker Triplane. One thing that surprises some people who are familiar with the iconic nature of the triplane is that only less than 500 of them were actually built during the war. For a short time they were good little nimble aircraft, but it didn't take too long before they were outclassed by some of the newer British and Allied aircraft, and so Fokker then produced the Fokker D.VII, a standard biplane aircraft that was powered by a Mercedes engine instead of the earlier rotaries that the triplane had been powered with. And it was a great fighter. So much so that at the end of the war, when Germany was forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles, they basically gave up all of their Fokker D.VIIs because the Allies wouldn't let them keep any. They were such good aircraft. Really late in the war, and we're talking sort of September, October, Fokker reverted back to its earlier monoplane designs, and they released the Dreidecker 5, Dreidecker meaning single wing. Now, unfortunately, while they appeared to be great aircraft, there were some structural issues, and so they were recalled. Those issues were finally sorted out, and then when the aircraft was put back into frontline service, just a few short weeks before the end of the war, it was redesignated the Fokker D.VIII. So just one on from the D.VII, obviously. Less than 100 D.VIIIs were built, but again, it was a pretty impressive design, even given that it had reverted to being run with the rotary engines of the earlier Fokker aircraft. But the pilots that flew it thought it was a brilliant design, nimble little fighter. But unfortunately, like many things, it was just a little too late in the war for it to make any real impact. So the Vintage Aviator has two Fokker D.VIIIs in their collection, and we got the chance to go and fly with both of them. So that's what you're about to see here in the video. If you really like this video and you want to see us produce more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, click the bell so that you get notifications when we release new videos. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy this look at what was the pinnacle of German fighter aircraft design during the First World War.
Hi, I'm Tony Haycock. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to help support the Historical Aviation Film Unit so we can bring you more of this, please hit the join button now. If you've already done so, we thank you very much for your support and look forward to showing you many more of these wonderful aircraft.